Hello, welcome back. I get one person back. Let's see how much we can get back in. This user, let's see. Okay, wonderful. We're back in. Thank you so much for coming back in. Welcome back. Yes. So I think we had Mrs. Lauser, Andrea. We're ready to listen for you to start back with that point again. You turn off the video. Huh? You turn off the video. Oh, start with. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, Andrea, could you go back over that point you left us with again? All right, yes. All right. What I understood, I'll talk till Andrea is able to speak again. I understand, yes, we need from us, to protect against the damage of our image to make statements based on the social media's posts. But at the same time, the persons that are having these experiences need to document and write these things. We can't be representing people who turn out to be like a ghost at the end because they are not putting down their names and stating they're the ones that have the issue. They're saying a girl went through this and this person went through that. And they can the school board say they cannot stand and represent for the alumni, the persons that have left, that claim to have been wronged before because they never got a represent, they never reported it while they were students, and they're not responsible for them once they've graduated. Now, in terms of any alumni member that wants to make a report, I would personally take it to whatever level it can be to talk to about whichever teacher or member had wronged them while they were students. I'm willing to do that, but they have to put it in writing so that we can have something to stand on to make our case. The global group was very passionate and did write a strongly worded letter towards the school board. And of course, the school board said that the persons that had the issue never wrote a letter to them, so therefore the issue does not exist.
Yeah, and also that they never ever mentioned it in a PTA meeting, like in an open forum to the school. It's just somebody saying something on social media. So for them, as much as yes, we would love for them to look into it, even in other scenarios that have happened in the past, it's just the reality that they're just not going to. And until it is, I guess, done in the way that they want it to, I don't see it moving much further than where it currently is. Unfortunately.
Can I say something, Yasmin? My hand is up.
Yes, please go ahead, Yasmin.
Okay. I understand the allegations that are made in terms of the treatment, because that is always hard to prove unless there, is eyewitness accounts and so on. But in terms of students not getting, whether it's the certificates or the school leaving letter, I don't know what they give right now. I think that's very important. And I think that's something tangible and practical that could be researched. How many students have left St. Hilda's and have not received their certificates or school leaving letter in hand because it robs them of opportunities? I know in the summer, there was a program that students could get some kind of training and it was paid during. And I definitely remembered the conversation we had when the global group and the local and the Jamaican group met, and that some students didn't get this. And I'm sure that this can actually be researched, you know, it can be investigated because it's something tangible that it should show on some sort of record who didn't get. That's just my thinking. I don't think it's fair for parents to work so hard, put their children through school, and they have nothing to show at the end, you know? So
That point is definitely taken. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for that contribution. I have another hand up, Sharika. Hemmings Allison. Go ahead, please.
Hi, thank you so much, past students. But I'm listening in its hand, whether they saw it on the social media or otherwise. I think the information is sufficient to trigger an audit. It is sufficient to trigger an audit or some investigation as to the circumstances which gave rise to these allegations. They cannot divorce themselves from that reality. And I would suggest that as an alumni, we make that particular recommendation to them. Thanks.
I believe that was stated in the letter that was sent, and yet still that was their response. Like, we were all quite surprised at the response that they gave, to be honest. Because as we said, basically we said, these are really serious allegations. These are things against the school. We really need to look into it. And then, one of the things they also said is they don't want to start stirring up. They don't want to start stirring up bad blood, for want of a better word, or issues between students and teachers unnecessarily.
I'm going to make sure I have a listing of everybody attending this meeting, and I'm going to make sure you all get a copy of the school board's response letter. It was circulated in the WhatsApp group. It's quite short, but it says social media allegations of mistreatment, and it says in the meanwhile, let me assure the alumni that we will do all that can to mitigate any further action that could damage the reputation of the school or the character of those who serve the school. That's how they close the letter. So, let me see. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. So that was what their focus was on. In the meanwhile, they want to assure the alumni that the school board will do all that they can do to mitigate any further action that could damage the reputation of the school or the character of those who serve the school. So the school board, that is what they told. That was signed by the Right Reverend Leon Golding, chairman of the Board of Governors of St. Hilda's Diocesan High School. So we have to understand that the mindset of them is that as long as the school is a top performing school, they really have no concern of the methods or or the allegations of a few. They're looking at the overall reputation, because the school is the school is shining in other areas. So a few people that say that they have an issue, that for them is not an issue. It's someone that is damaging the reputation of the school, because the school has a good reputation. So they don't want to focus on that. Anybody else has any words to say on the social media allegations that have been going around?
Excuse me. They always say, you know, if it don't go so, it got near so. So I'm just being very Jamaican right here.
It has broken our spirit a bit, but
did.
it did, because this letter, we got this letter on May 29, around the end of May, June. It just made us go into the summer feeling very, very, very depressed. Feeling like our say has very little, but at the same time,
Right.
to continue pushing to keep our group unified and have a presence so that we can have a say. And how we're going to have a say is going into the future is going to be our mentorship program. So for 2024, we will be launching our mentorship program. We have on our executive new members and Miss Senior, uh, Keneen Senior has done our draft of our mentorship program for proposal for establishing the mentorship program, and we will be launching it in the upcoming year. We look forward to your support in this launching of our mentorship program so that we can have our ears to the ground with the young ladies, that we can link up you with an individual student or group of students. And of course, this is totally voluntary. You will be we will try as alumni to support you with any funds to try to, in terms of resources, in terms of linkages with persons, but really and truly, this is a voluntary position where you would link with persons at the school. Um, this is definitely to enhance the academic performance of the student, develop their personal growth, network building, and long-term impact for these young ladies. And we want to launch it. Um, Given that we didn't start it in September, we want to launch the recruitment and training of persons for within January, February, so that we can have the recruits ready to run in the 2024 to 2025 academic year. Um, is there any questions or concerns at that about the mentorship program at this time? Hi, 20 people on, no comments?
This is unrelated, but since I don't really know what's going on there, who's the new vice president? I mean, the vice principal of the school? Who's there?
Oh, the current vice president, vice principal
Vice
is
principal, I mean.
is
Isn't it
Miss,
Miss Hines?
no, it's Mrs. Walters. It was somebody that was implicated in the social media issue.
Oh, I don't know what happened on social media.
Yes.
Because I'm not on Facebook. But I messaged you just now about the WhatsApp group.
Oh,
So I have no idea what's happening there, but it's not hard to believe that something could happen. Because I don't know, I feel like sometimes people at the school are biased against certain students, just my experience. Um, so it doesn't sound surprising at all.
it is true. It has been traditionally teachers will have their favorites, and persons will judge you based on your background and your upbringing and which primary school, which prep school you're coming from, the grades you have, how you perform in their class, how you look. We don't know what would trigger somebody to have a liking to shine to you or shine from you. Some persons have gone through St. Hilda's unscathed. Some persons have been successful. Persons have been head girls. prefects, when we have here a group of successful persons that can look back maybe positively and even negatively through their experiences, we want to definitely be a source to support them. Another point that I feel that was brought up by Yasmin was the whole issue of the documentation and transcripts and paperwork. And I keep on getting these messages on social media. The phone number is not working. I sent an email, I'm not getting a response. So I want to write a letter to the administration to find out what is the format for contacting, and if they need additional support in terms of formatting. I know it is part of their role that they do have to produce these transcripts, and they do hold up a lot of persons future opportunities when it's not produced in a timely manner.
Yeah,
So
this
I want to find out how we can support them with even regulating the contacts or so, because I hear the direct phone line does not work to call St. Hilda's.
the school definitely has a reputation, I feel, of unresponsiveness.
It does.
I mean, I definitely needed some paperwork some time ago. And I mean, I did get it, but if I recall correctly, I don't know, like there have been times in the past that I've tried to reach out, and what I thought would have been a straightforward process where you could just ring a number that you found, it's not as easy as it should be, I think, as contacting pretty much any other business.
I agree, and what we can use is that we do have past students on the in the admin office. We have past students on staff, but even then, I find when I communicate with them directly, I get a statement. Oh, I'll have to make it out to the principal. So everything has to run through the principal. So we just have to write letters to the principal to get official answers on that. And the current principal, and then whoever is acting in September. So we just have to keep our organization, together and communicate the best we can. So one of the things we'll try to work on is definitely to try to assist our students with the transcript format. All right. Anybody else with any comments or questions?
Does the alumni need to get a phone?
Do we need a phone? I think with social media, persons have been sending DMs. So I think we just use the DMs and the emails for now. We just have to like maybe rotate person's duty to check on it on a weekly or monthly basis so that we can respond much more quicker. I think having things in writing is better than calls at this point. So we have the WhatsApp group, which the link is posted, but definitely email and DMs on Instagram or even on Facebook. If they message, I'm sure anybody who picks it up, just direct them to the email or to our Instagram page where they can send a DM. That would be helpful. Oh, by the way, all 19 persons on here is following us on Instagram, right? I hope so.
I didn't know you were on Instagram.
Well, don't say we don't know that we're on Instagram. Don't start that, no. We need.
I really didn't know we were on Instagram. I thought it was just the WhatsApp group. I apologize.
Yeah, only
We
do.
have an Instagram page. We have an Instagram page, and I sent out the link for this meeting to about 7 persons from our Instagram page. We are on LinkedIn.
Yes, yes.
We are on LinkedIn. So please, we need to be like communicating. I noticed in the chat here, Helena Thompson says apologies for lateness from her, and apologies for absence from Francis Richards. That's in the chat. Someone is suggesting using Microsoft Teams. Who uses Microsoft Teams of our 20 participants here? By raise of hand, who uses Microsoft Teams? 1, 2, 3. Teams people, 4, 5, 6. I'm not putting on my hands, I use everything on my phone, and Teams don't work on my iPhone. Sorry. I got a thumbs up. So I have about 5 people, but Zoom is working. Zoom is working. We're just not paying for it. So next meeting, we will be using somebody's Zoom that can give us the 1 hour time, and persons logging in. Jackie had volunteered. Teams, oh, somebody's here. Teams works on iPhone. Ah, I like that, Lauren. One more app I need to install. Okay, remember, you guys are in the corporate world, the ones using Teams. For me, it's just another meeting app that I don't want to attend. But Zoom is not so bad because I've gotten used to it. Because see, we get our recording and everything. But as I said, it's just the timing for that one. I did promise I wanted to get out of here before 7. So we have about 6 minutes to 7, and everybody looking like they don't want to say anything more. The WhatsApp group really is just, we have 140 odd members on the WhatsApp group, and 20 people came to the meeting today. I don't know how to drag people to come to the meetings or recognize. I really want to say I appreciate all of you who have made it out for the meeting. I don't know what else to do to. If you don't join the meeting, you don't get your voice heard. You don't get to put your input. We want your input. We want to do what you want to do. I mean, I'm here in Kingston. I can only think of so much to do and no more. Spur Open. Who here doesn't have the Spur Open link? Raise your hands. Who has never seen the Spur Open link? All right, Yasmin, Florel.
What's that?
That is how to pay the dues for our association, because we need money to
Oh, I'm
function.
watching on Instagram, but I didn't see it. Can you
All
send
right.
it to me so I can pay my dues?
Yes. Yes. I'm going to send out the Spur Open link to everybody. So DM me on Instagram. Send me a straight message. 339-4071. 876-339-4071. You can all get to me at 876-339-4071. Send me a WhatsApp, text message. All the links can be sent to you, and we can send out the Spur Open.
Can you repeat again? Sorry.
I don't like to pay fee. How else can I pay? Don't like to pay fees. How else can I pay? I'm not sure. I'm not clear.
Maybe on a program like that, you can comfortable.
Okay. Join from. Oh, you joined from our email. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, we sent out over 200 emails. We sent out over 200 emails from our mailing list. So I'm grateful to all that joined from our email. If you don't like to pay fees, how else can you pay? Okay. The account, can we do bank transfers? Okay, we stopped doing bank transfers because we don't have an official St. Hilda's alumni account, so it had to be somebody's personal account. So Spur Open is a trusted banking platform. You can use your Visa, debit, or credit card, just like how you do your Amazon transactions to buy your stuff online for Black Friday. You can use the Spur Open link. It's totally secured. It is used by churches, other alumni association. It's used for events, for tickets for events. It's totally safe to use that platform to do it. If you need any direct assistance for bank transfers, that means you would trust to transfer the money to me, and then I do the payment to the Spur Open platform on your behalf, because that's the only way I would do it. So, because either way, so then that would be the only other option. So, Pat and Florel, if you'd like to reach out to me via WhatsApp, 876-339-4071. You can message me, that's Dr. Marla Benton, and then I will send you my personal banking information. It will be a transaction that I'm doing as a favor to you to get the money in. This is not the official form to pay dues. Is that understood? All right, any other questions at this time?
Sorry. For those of us who are in the group chats but are delinquent in reading the messages, is it possible that you can, if you had already, could you resubmit or repost the Instagram, the whatever it is that you want us to know? I'll read it. I'll read it this time. Could you please do that for me, please? Thank you.
Okay, all right then. We will repost everything in the alumni chat, the Instagram links, the Spur Open links, all of that. All right. And my number. Can somebody just type this into the chat? 876-339-4071. Let me see if I can reach across. Let's see. Wait. 1876. Yes, thank you. 339-4071. Thank you very much, Florel. That is my number. And I will post the Instagram links, and I will compose a summary letter, an email to go out to the persons that attended this meeting. Thank you. Oh, safe. I don't know where the funds held again. This question here. Safe, I know, but where are the funds held? And is it St. Hilda's alumni? Yes. The funds are held by the company Spur Open. It is released by the account holder, which would be the executive of the Alumni Association, who is Caitlin and myself right now. And we have not touched the funds because our treasurer hasn't authorized us to do any transactions as yet. Right?
Right.
So, and the funds are safe. They've been sitting there for 2 years now, so they are safe. Only thing we don't accumulate any interest on it, but for now we tried to, the amount is 3,000 for our regular working alumni, and if you're retired, 1,500. At any age, if you're retired, 1,500. But it's not ages, it's just based on that you're not working. And I have a number here to add to the WhatsApp group. Yes, Sharika, 552-4863. Yes, I have your number down here. And anybody else want to add their number in the chat for me to add to the WhatsApp group? Okay, I had somebody say, please add me to the WhatsApp group. Janae Ellison. Janae, I need your number. Are you still here?
Oh, I'm here. I just messaged you, but
Okay.
I
Okay.
can send it here too.
Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, I see it here. But I'll check my phone at the end of the
Yeah.
meeting.
I was messaging you, but it was, I guess, an older number that you had.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. And I'm here reading through. I have 2 more messages. Okay, yeah, we see some more numbers popping up. Good. Florel 954 29 55 82. And I want to say thank you to all my exec members. I have 5 members that spoke up today in the meeting. I have a few of them that are here and quiet. Do they have anything they want to say? I'm going to call. Don't let me call them out by name. Any other members here? Yes?
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I just want to add that I hope that, well, we're pretty much at the end of 2023. We had a few things done or got a few things done, but not a lot. By the way, my name is Rakisha Newbeer, everyone. I'm a part of the PRO team. Sorry about that. But I just want to say that I hope that this year, as the exec and even as the entire alumni group, we can have a more productive year. We can have more meetings, as is our aim, and everyone can just not just sit aside and assume that things are happening or keep their ideas, but everybody can bring their ideas forward and let's have a successful year. I believe that it really does impact the girls at the school. I spoke to a few persons that I met in my transfer on a daily basis, and persons are really looking forward to having something after they leave the school to say, oh yes, I went to St. Hilda's. It's something to be a part of. It's something that they're looking forward to. So I believe that we can do more to gain more traction and give the girls a little more hope and let them know that somebody is there or somebody has their back. And everything that's going on social media, we I believe that the board and everyone else is trying to brush it under the carpet, but it's real. And I believe that if we can have an influence or we can make things happen, then all of us should try to make something happen.
Thank you very much. All right.
Welcome.
Allison, are you at work? Nurse Allison? Our exec is not only from persons in Jamaica. I must point that out. We welcome anybody from any country and time zone. So we are grateful to everybody who does contribute. And you can volunteer to join us at any point. So persons like Nurse Allison sometimes join from work and sometimes can't unmute. So we are just really appreciative. And they did, were there any other apologies from the group, from the exec chat?
No,
Yeah. We had some persons that are on the West Coast, so they're still at work during the meeting, when the meeting started, so they were just going to be able to
there's a
start
Raki
join
that
now.
said she would have joined.
Yes. Okay, all right then. Is there's nothing else? Roseanne, anything to say?
Nothing from me. I'll just ask that I know this is being recorded, so if you could share it with me after, I'll be sure to memorialize what happened in Trinity. I took some notes, but I didn't want to miss anything. And actually, I can add one thing. I'm really eager for all of us to work together moving forward. I did hear, the earlier comment saying, it would be very awesome for us to, make a number of strides in the new year. And I think that's going to totally happen I think the mentorship will really be a way that we can add value to the school, and also in a way that persons can contribute regardless of things such as disposable income or so on. I think so many of us can give of ourselves in that way if we feel so inclined.
Shanice put a comment about prize giving. We'll address that after Dr. Beecher, Williams Beecher. You raised your hand?
Yes, Marla. I wasn't sure how close we are to the end of the meeting, but I just wanted to mention, I'm sure if you guys are in the group or on social media, you would be aware of the passing of former language and literature teacher, Mrs. Pauline Mackenzie. My mom reached out to me and said, my mom, Mrs. Lana Williams, math teacher, retired math teacher, reached out to me and said that they're asking for a tribute from the alumni. I believe she and some of the former teachers that worked with her are doing an item, and they asked that the alumni represent the students that she taught. So Mala has taken it up on herself to put that tribute together. So if there is anything anybody wants to say or impart in that tribute, you can just reach out to Mala and give her that information. The funeral will be on the 14th of December at the Discovery Bay Tabernacle Church for anybody who can make it. December 14th, Discovery Bay Tabernacle at 11 a.m. There will be viewing of the body at 10 a.m. and then the service at 11. Just to let everyone know.
Thank you, Caitlin, for that important reminder. So Caitlin has agreed to, yes, her favorite line was "put on your thinking cap." Yeah, definitely.
Right.
she was one of our favorite. I think we had her in first and second form when we're just starting and welcoming us into the school and just making us feel part of a great institution and putting us at ease. She was a wonderful teacher, and we all love her and miss her dearly.
Yeah.
We will definitely try to put together, if anybody wants to contribute any of their memories, any statement, I'm going to be reaching out to our poets in the group to try to help me to put this together. We have about 2 weeks before the service, and Caitlin has volunteered to speak on our behalf since she will be in attendance. All right, so we have 3 minutes left and before it shuts off again, and I want to say thank you again to everyone. I believe this has been a successful meeting. I see that Shani says that she's going to be able to attend the funeral as well, so we have a little getting together. That is wonderful. And I want to say thank you again for my 22 participants. Now a few have dropped in, so I know at one point we went up to a high of maybe 24 persons, and I'm really grateful for everyone that was here and present, even if you just caught the end. We will be doing the minutes and sending them out. Roseanne is very efficient on that, and look out for those who are in the WhatsApp chat for some messages coming in through. I'm going to be adding all the new members. If anybody else wants to be added, please message me directly at 876-339-4071. And thank you all for your time today. Yes, she says go through Facebook and pull the comments of tributes of students she saw. Lovely tributes. Yes, definitely we will be doing that. That's suggestion for Mrs. Mackenzie. Great evening. Thank you all. And I guess I have to say, who anybody move to end? Move to end the meeting at this time.
Anybody else?
Anybody seconds?
Second.
Okay, and Caitlin second, and Nicole online seconded. All right, thank you. And so, all right, thank you so much. Thank you all for your time.
Wait, who did the motion itself? Just for my own.
I did the motion.
Mala did it.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Okay, so I'll just await this recording when you have the chance to send it to me.
Thank you. Thank you all.
No problem. Do you have my email, Mala? You can send it to me by email.
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bye, everyone.